What up? It's EnigmaHood. So I got some feedback on the last video I did on TheAmazingFatHick, and I appreciate all the feedback I get. I do want to clarify a few things. Some people were, whining to me,
Why are you insulting this guy for being fat? Why are you insulting him for being fat? He's fat, so what? Why are you doing that?
I wasn't insulting him for being fat just because he is fat. Okay, and I wasn't insulting him just because of what he wrote. I was actually impressed with what he wrote. I was impressed that it was devoid of any insults or even aggression of any meaningful kind, I guess. I was insulting him because of shit that he's done in the past. And I didn't go into it in the video because I would have gone off on a tangent and it would have detracted from the point that I was trying to make in that video. But I'll say it now. I don't like TheAmazingFatHick because he made some insensitive remarks and he's disrespectful towards vegans and vegetarians. That's the reason. He got into some kind of internet spat with this other guy, Onision, and I don't know Onision that well. I only saw one of his videos ever, and all I know is that he's a vegetarian and he looks like an idiot. Okay, so maybe we can say that he's an idiot. But the shit that TheAmazingFatFuck was saying, he wasn't just insulting Onision. He was insulting all vegetarians and all vegans. And I don't like that. Now, I eat meat, okay? I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan, but I respect them. I respect what they do. I respect their conviction and their restraint and their ability to keep themselves from eating meat for a higher goal that, of treating animals ethically. I really respect that. And I don't want to disrespect them just arbitrarily just because I happen to disagree. Or I don't even disagree. I don't think other people should disrespect them because they disagree. That's insensitive. And this piece of shit has done that. He's insulted all of them. He doesn't care about animal rights at all. He doesn't care about... It seems to me that he doesn't care about animals. Now, it's been years since I watched this bullshit go down. Maybe my memory is not as accurate as I think it is. And maybe, he could clarify that position, that he really does respect vegans and vegetarians, and maybe he does care about animal rights. But my understanding is that he doesn't. And that's why I don't like him. The other thing was that he was involved in some kind of, in another internet spat with Coughlin. Now, I'm not great buddies with Coughlin either, okay? I'm not, he only contacted me once a really, really long time ago. To ask me to watch one of his videos, and then that was it. And I've only seen a couple of his other videos from time to time here and there, but I don't follow him that well. But I do know about this thing that was going on between them, and the videos I saw of him, he was basically harassing and bullying Coughlin, and I didn't like that. Now, here's the thing. I don't like bullying, period, unless the guy has it coming to him. Okay? If you do wrong, then you deserve to be shit on, okay? Now, maybe Coughlin did wrong, I don't know, but as far as I could tell, he didn't. And so what TheAmazingFatHick was doing, and there was also one other guy, I think his name is Fake Sig and whatever, some other motherfucker. They were harassing him, and I didn't like that. Like I said, you go after people who have it coming to them. If they do wrong, then they have it coming, but as far as I can tell, he didn't. Maybe somebody else could clarify the situation for me if I am mistaken on that. But I did not like that. And that is the reason. Those are the reasons why I do not like TheAmazingFatHick. He is a fat, blubbery piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. I was not insulting him because of what he said to that feminist. Like I said before, I was actually really impressed by it. It was devoid of insults. I just had a problem with that one thing that he was saying, that he said it was undermining, not allowing for dissent, or not allowing the comments to be freed up, was undermining her goal. I didn't necessarily believe that was true. Now, with that said, I want to clarify this as well. I want her to open up the comments. I want them to converse with people. I want them to talk and allow for dissent and allow people to disagree with them and stuff like that. In fact, I actually sent her a message, a private message. I think her name is Feminist Response. Now I remember it. Yeah, I sent Feminist Response a private message yesterday, complimenting her on her video, saying, it was very well done. She did a good job with it. But the only thing is, I wish she would open up the comments because, I tried to make it as benign as possible, to make it as friendly as possible, because I didn't want to attack her, right? I don't think that's very conducive towards making her understand. I said to her, since you put all that effort and all that time into it, doesn't it make sense? Don't you want to hear what people have to say? Wouldn't you like to listen? Don't you want to respond to objections here and there? Places where you might be a little off. And, she probably isn't going to respond to it at all, but hopefully she does read it. So at least I have, I did do something like that to, get her to open up the comments. I definitely agree with that. I think that she should. My point, though, and somebody else said this, someone said that without dissent, I forget exactly how he put it, like, the goals might be immoral. If they're wrong, we have to be able to dissent against it. Like, my thing is that if you have a goal, okay, it's really irrelevant whether it's right or wrong from your point of view. If you're the one that is invested in the goal, you want to accomplish your goal at all costs. And let's say that these feminists, have whatever kind of goal they want. It might be true that dissent doesn't help their cause. That's all I was saying. Okay, it's entirely possible, because people conflate freedom of speech, dissent, with being a good thing for the person that's putting forth the idea. That's not always true. I don't necessarily think that's true. It's something that we want, the dissenters. That's something that we want. We want to be able to disagree and converse with a person. Now, with that said, the other thing I wanted to mention was when the fat atheist guy, when he made that message to her, he got some responses from feminists that I didn't like. I didn't like what they were saying because they were insulting him, but they were doing it not based off of the shit that he has done in the past, based off of his character and the shit that he did in the past, but based off of what he said, which was completely benign. So they shouldn't have been insulting him. And he got some really crazy responses from some of these feminists. There was this one crazy-ass bitch who is a misandrist, and she hates men. And some of the other remarks she's made on her blog, she is only in favor for equality because that's a first step towards installing a matriarchy. Like TheAmazingFatFuck said, it's easy enough just to pass her off as a fucking joke because she's harmless. That's why we don't have to take her seriously. But the idea itself is quite, despicable. She wants to oppress men. I definitely don't agree with that. Some of these beliefs that these feminists hold are completely insane and horrible and wrong. What my thing is that whether it's horrible or wrong is irrelevant to the fact that, from their point of view, dissent doesn't help their goals necessarily, especially if they're horrible and wrong. You guys gotta understand, this whole freedom thing, this American freedom thing. Back in the past, the way that you accomplished goals was you went and you killed people. Dissent definitely doesn't help you in the past. That's how it was done in the past. Now, maybe you could say that in a free society, the best way to accomplish your goals is by getting other people on your side, right? And convincing people that you're right. That's the way that you do it in a free society. Back in the olden days, you went and you killed people. That's how you accomplished your goals. So dissent didn't help. Maybe you could make the argument that in a free society, you need to be more all-encompassing rather than exclusionist, which is kind of what these radical feminists are doing. Now, some people accuse me of being a feminist. I don't even know what the fuck a feminist is. What the fuck is a feminist? It seems like they all stand for different things. You have some feminists which are in favor for equal rights and also protect the rights of men. I am in favor for that, totally. That sounds like a great idea. I'm in favor for equal rights. Yeah, I'm in. But then there's all these other feminists that, like this other crazy bitch that, was on TheAmazingFatFuck's video, and she is a misandrist and wants to oppress men and install a matriarchy. I'm not down with that. You know, so I mean, they all have different positions. So I can't say I'm a feminist because I don't know what the fuck it is. Anyway, hopefully that cleared up some shit about the last video. This is EnigmaHood signing off.